What's happening for him? So, like a couple of months ago, or maybe more like a year ago at this point, who knows, I was chatting with my good buddy Zep, as I often do. He told me about something that shocked me. A 2000s Hasbro anime dub that I did not know about. I shouldn't have been entirely shocked. While I am a loser that has researched a lot about this time period, my priorities were elsewhere while it was airing. In 2006 and 7, I was spending a lot less time watching TV and more time browsing this brand new website you may have heard of, YouTube. It's no wonder I missed out on Iraten Jump. Especially since they aired it at 6 o'clock in the freaking morning. Idaten Jump is an isekai mountain biking anime. It's like a sports anime, but with a more fantasy hobby anime coat of paint. I know most of the words I just said there are not in the Bible. The series originated as a manga in the magazine Comic Bomb Bomb. The target audience of my channel may be familiar with Koro Koro Comic. Basically, Bomb Bomb was Kodansha's answer to Koro Koro Comic. It was like the rival magazine, so it has a lot of like similar types of vibes as say like Beyblade, Duel Masters, etc. An anime adaptation of Iraten would later begin airing on TV Tokyo in October 2005. The series was pretty well received in Asia, especially in India. This point will become relevant at the end of the video. For now, we're gonna go over what happened in the Western release. The series was licensed by Hasbro at some point in 2006. I tried to see if I could find anything in like licensing websites stating exactly when, but I couldn't find anything. This was the peak of the 2000s anime craze, and Hasbro was already in knee deep with stuff like Beyblade, Beat 'em On, Duel Masters, you know. In classic Hasbro fashion, their release was interesting.
Rev into the ripcord racing world of Idaten Jump. You can crank up the race wheel to show off your speed. Choose a stability wheel for long distance competition, or rev up a stunt wheel to pull off tricks in killer air. Idaten Jump! Racers and tracks each sold separately.
The series in general is very obscure here in the good old USA. I wasn't able to find much solid info about the toy line other than a handful of eBay listings. You can't even really tell it's connected to an anime at all based on the packaging. It just looks like generic bike toys. The biggest factor to no one knowing about this series, however, as I previously mentioned, they were airing it at 6 a.m. You remember that old Adult Swim sign-off bumper they made creepypastas about? The dawn is your enemy. The recordings we have of Iraten Jump feature this at the start of many of the episodes. That's how early we're talking here. Supposedly 26 episodes aired on Cartoon Network and 10 more of them aired on YTV in Canada at some point, adding to a total of 36 dubbed episodes. This dub was produced with Cake Mix Studios, and from what I could tell, it seems they were owned by Hasbro themselves. The original anime ran for about 52 episodes. I watched both episodes of the raw and the dub to try to like get a better idea of what was going on with the dub, and I was able to figure out very quickly it's somewhat of a hack job. Episode 1 of the dub consists of like half of episode 1 and half of episode 2 of the Japanese version. It's hard to say how much of those 52 episodes made it into the 26 or 36 episodes of the dub. The series never received reruns as far as I could tell, and definitely did not get a home video release. We currently have about 11 episodes found. Episode 1 was uploaded to YouTube by the dub producer himself, James Mastroianni. The rest of the show is here thanks to the work of online archivists and tape traders. The lead person responsible, Ziggy1999, actually reached out to me shortly after I discovered the project. Chill guy. The episodes are currently available on Google Drive. However, there is a note mentioning they will not be there forever. They have been backed up a few other places, but it never hurts to make your own backup. I keep a lot of stuff on my external hard drive because I made the mistake a lot during my teenage years to never back up a lot of the rare dubs I saw, and I haven't been able to find them again, so it never hurts to have your own copies. One episode of note I want to mention is episode 8, because in the README note attached to this episode, this one was actually found in a compilation of like a Squidbillies marathon recorded in 2006, and I guess whoever was recording the marathon just didn't turn off the recorder right away, so they ended up catching an episode of Idaten Jump on accident. These are the kind of stories I really love with Lost Media, right? Sometimes these things get found through like a happy accident. A happy and really funny accident. This is currently all we have on the US dub. Now, what if I told you this isn't the only English dub in existence? I know, I feel insane right now too. Outside of the western half of the world, much of Asia received an alternate English dub. This was presumably recorded in Hong Kong, as the few identified voice actors we know of are all from there. This dub first aired on Animax in several countries, beginning in 2009.
Take up the challenge and leap into the sky. Idaten Jump. 4 episodes back to back, every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Only on Animax.
This dub would later re-air in 2014 on Nick India. I told you we'd get back to that. Animax dubs rarely get released outside of their initial airings, mostly because like there's never any home video releases, at least not in, the regions they normally air in. I do have a feeling that like the show's original rights holders do have the option to like take back the dub at some point, because we saw a similar situation with Cardcaptor Sakura, right? The Animax dub did get a US release on streaming and home video, and it seems like whoever owns Idaten Jump also probably took back the rights to that dub and can control it any way they please. This is just like a guess, though. I don't know the full like legal situation there with the rights holders. This is just how I generally assume Nick India ended up getting the same dub as Animax. This dub was actually more archived than the US dub at one point, because around like 20-ish clips were available for download in 2017. For unknown reasons, and it's unknown exactly when, these downloads went down. Oh no! Are these clips lost forever? Well, the main reason I picked up this case again was because of a friend of mine, L Supersonic Q. He actually mentioned it in a video recently. After it dropped, we started chatting for a while, and we started poking around together. Through an anonymous source, we were actually able to get our hands on these clips again. I will most likely have these up on archive.org by the time this video goes up. I was actually able to recognize some of the previously identified voice actors because I've seen a handful of Hong Kong dubs. Specifically Lily Trunkle, who plays Kakeru, and another character I'm blanking on right now because she also played Ryo in the Battleman dub. Gabu also sounds very similar to Ryan from Turning Mechguard. I couldn't find the cast for Mechguard's Hong Kong dub anywhere, so if anyone knows who this VA is, let me know.
But look, there's no chance she'll ever become an ally of ours. She's giving off a really evil vibe.
If Kyoichi doesn't get to the control room and unlock this door, then none of us are going anywhere ever again.
The majority of these recordings are from Nick India, but one is directly from Animax, so we can confirm that this is in fact the same dub. I've been equally curious about the Animax dub for a while, so I'm glad we could finally, see anything from it, I guess. Even if it's just snippets, I'm glad we were able to recover this. I am a self-proclaimed weird dub guy, and I think every dub is worth archiving in some way. It's always somebody's first introduction to that particular piece of media. Researching all of this has renewed my interest in watching the series again, but Idaten Jump is currently not even fan-subbed. I'm no stranger to watching unsubbed shows, so this doesn't really scare me. Perhaps when I do get around to it, I'll make a video about the show itself if anybody's interested. So, leave a sub if you want to see that someday. No promises. And I'll see you whenever I get around to making a video again. Bye.